about your company, what exactly do you do, what you're trying to get accomplished, and I'll show you everything that we can offer to make that happen.
Okay, so I work for a catering company, and they go to private home addresses and cook for families or friends, for hen do's or for parties and things like that. We get our leads from a website, and at the moment my employer, he's just having them on his phone, and he's using WhatsApp to message, or emails to message them. So we require somewhere that they can be placed on a CRM. Sometimes they go through and then they begin the ordering process, sometimes they don't. So we need a way to mark that down. So we've got a list of how many people sort of followed through with a booking and how many didn't. Then after they do a booking, we would like some sort of automation where we can send out our documents for them to fill in. This would include things like their event address, their details, how many guests they want, a list of our menus, and preferably we'd quite like them to be able to pick their menu choices for each guest on there. I don't know if that's something that we can include. So yeah, it just needs to sort of follow a process, which would be them booking the event, them choosing their selection of dishes, then it would go on to invoicing, which I do at the moment. So I send them an invoice and then they pay 50% deposit. So I'd need to be able to mark that they'd paid a deposit. We'd like some sort of alert to come up maybe a week before their event to make sure we've chased for final details, just confirmation of final food choices, allergies, bits and pieces like that. And then maybe, I don't know if it works, but an email to be sent out the day before to each of the clients just saying, we look forward to your event. If there's any last changes of details, any COVID-19, anything like that, just to go sort of the day before. And then maybe even a follow-up on a few days after their event, just saying, thank you, here is our Trustpilot link and our Facebook link. Could you maybe leave a review for us?
Okay, beautiful.
Is that okay? Sorry.
Yeah. So I wrote everything down after the event, survey with a link. Okay, so let's talk about everything you just said, okay?
Okay.
Now, before I start, the catering part.
Yeah.
So you offer kind of different packages of catering, right?
Yeah, we have a few different menus, so like a relaxed menu, a formal menu, then we do tapas and Sunday dinners and things like that.
Okay, and that's a fixed price, or it's based on the amount of people, or how does it work?
It's based on the amount of people. So we have sort of a price per head per menu, if that makes sense. And then we have a minimum spend. So you can't book an event for 5 people at £50 per head, because our minimum spend would be £500, say.
Okay.
But you could book it, but you'd have to pay £100 per head for that event, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so look, we have automation, it's kind of limited. I'll show you what we have currently. Actually, we're working now on this full automation booking feature.
Okay.
So let me show you a few things what you can do.
Yep.
Before I'm gonna show you the automation, and then I'll show you the automation, and we'll think together if it's gonna work for you, if we are a good fit, okay?
Okay.
So let's start with invoicing real quick, just so you can understand something about invoicing. So when I create an invoice, I can create the invoice, and let's say I type here a name. And then if that client have multiple addresses, you can choose the different addresses to bill him.
Yeah.
Now you can basically go line item by line item. So for example, dessert, I don't have that product, but I can add it. And then it will say blah, blah for that part. And then 5 people for £50. Mm-hmm. This dollar amount, you can change the currency in our system. That's not the problem. And then I can keep adding lines until in the end, they're going to have here $10,000.
Perfect.
Or whatever. But
Yeah.
we can create like a packages. So you can say, okay, breakfast, this, that, whatever kind of deals you offering. So if,
Yeah.
for example, I type something long, I have like boom, breakout of everything that I need, and I can add attachments and stuff like that.
Okay, brilliant.
You can add discounts, you can add taxes if you need,
Hmm.
and then you can click save and send to the customer, and I'll save it just to show you how it looks. And after I'm gonna show you that, I'm gonna show you a few more things, and then we're gonna jump to booking, and then we're gonna jump to booking automation, okay?
Okay.
So this is how an invoice looks on our system. You can make your company branding, so you can add like your company brand here, write an invoice here. We do high quality catering services, whatever. This
Yeah.
template, we have 30 different designs of templates you can choose from.
Lovely.
So it have a complete breakdown and the total and whatever it is, depends how long it is. Thank you very much. And by the way, we do breakfast and nights and this
Good. Yeah.
and that and that. So now it looks like a nice brochure. You can add if you want, option for a signature here, terms and conditions
Yeah,
that
that's
will come by default. And you can do settings. So you can set up a payment schedule. So you can say, you know what, I want 50% upfront, and I want when completed, I want another 50%, whatever, or you can break it down, or you can do it dollar signs or pounds, whatever. So I can click save, and then if I open it again, it will show the client like the real breakdown that I expect to get paid. So it's gonna give me this kind of breakdown.
Okay, brilliant.
Okay, so that's number one. Number two, you can integrate payment gateways. So you can integrate PayPal, Authorize.net, or Stripe.
Hmm.
And then basically when you connect that, you can charge the customers with this kind of payment method.
Okay.
Now, another thing you need to understand, I'm trying to show you the modules, and then I'm gonna show you how they all integrate together, okay?
Okay, brilliant.
So that's the reason I'm like going one step before I go there. Now, how many caterers or how many people actually gonna use the system, gonna go actually and do the job and you know?
Do you mean how many chefs have we got, or how many people that would be using the CRM?
How many chefs and people gonna use the CRM?
It would probably just be 2 people using the CRM. The chefs wouldn't have access to the CRM.
So the chefs, how they get paid? Hourly, or they get paid by the job, or how?
It depends what the job is. We sort of decide based on how long it would take them to get to the job, distance, what the food was, because we have different prices for different items of food, and then each chef has sort of a different minimum wage.
Okay, so let me explain you something about our system, and again, you take it to your direction, right?
Okay.
So our system basically gives you the option to pay salary based on 4 categories. So you can pay your employees based on hourly wage. So if I go to my clock in people, my chefs, for example, can clock in, clock out. I see where they clock in, where they clock out with a selfie, so nobody can clock in instead of them. It gives you how many hours they work for this week, 2 weeks. You can decide how long you want to see that schedule.
Yeah.
And how much total money I need to pay them in the end of the week, 2 week, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever it is. I can see it here. And I know how much I need to pay to all my employees as a whole.
Okay.
But beside that, I can pay my salaries based on job as well. Like for this event, because it's high end, I pay you more. I pay you less, whatever. We can pay commission based. So you can say, okay, I pay you 10% from the total invoice of that job.
Yeah.
Or you can do a task based. So that's not related to you because you are more like in the field making things happen. So
yeah.
So you know your employees in the office, in the field, they can get paid, and you can custom do that. And the reason I'm telling you this, because this actually feature gonna pay for itself.
Okay.
Because like if, for example, it works, from 8:09 to 5:15, you see, it's not like a full hours.
Yeah.
Instead of paying him like 6 hours, you pay him really 5 hours and 10 minutes, and then
Yeah, the problem is we don't have an hourly rate. We have an event rate. So we would, for each event, no matter how long it costs, we would say pay them £250. Is that
yeah,
something that could be on there as well?
yeah. So if you do jobs, so when you create a new job, you can pay per job. So
Oh,
you can
okay,
pay,
that's probably what we would do. Yeah.
yeah, so you can pay them per the job. So this job, a lot of technician using that as well. Like for example, ISP companies, internet providers.
Yeah.
So when they come to your house, they install a modem and a phone jack and whatever, and per depends on how many items he's installing. That's how much they put here. So
Okay.
you can do it like that, just so you know how it works. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, the job is a cool feature. You can put the title, description, what kind of thing gonna happen. You can put requirements if needed, when this event gonna start, when it's gonna end, what time it's gonna start. You can give like a 1 hour window. So we're gonna be there between 9 and 10, whatever. You can create an invoice on the spot. You can base it on an existing invoice that you predefined.
Yeah.
You can do it hourly, fixed price, blank invoice. If you need to estimate a place or whatever, you need to go somewhere without like creating any invoice, you can do that.
Yeah.
If you got a lead from a third party and you need to pay him a commission to the lead or something like that, you can assign a lead, a third party lead. It will tell you how much % you already scheduled beforehand.
Yeah.
You can choose like the type of event. So if it's a chef event, so only the chef will come up. If it's I don't know, it's gonna less people will come up. So depends on the event. You can even modify that, and depends on the people.
Yeah.
Then I can assign the people that I want to go there. And basically that's kind of the idea. Then I can notify the client and I can notify the professional with SMS. Hey, we're gonna be there at this date. If you want to change anything, let us know.
Okay, perfect.
So that's kind of how job works. And then you can perform all that from your phone. You get notified, you can start the job, you start mileage. It will calculate how much time he drove, how much, when he started the job, when he finished, how many hours, all that good stuff. Now let's talk about booking. And one more thing, eventually, I just want to show you another thing. You have a job schedule here. So you can see per chef or per person where you're gonna be during the day. So when I hover, it's gonna tell me exactly what it is, the customer name, the address, everything I need to know about that customer. This is an all-day job, but basically if it's a time schedule, so you're gonna see per person where he is at a specific date. Or you
can you see that in a yeah, there you go. Can you see that in a calendar like that? Brilliant.
Yeah, so, or you can see it in a calendar. When you hover, you see all the details, and you can see it on a weekly, daily, list view, whatever you used to do, you can do that. You can integrate it to your Google Calendar and so on and so forth. And
can you do it the other way around? So can you have, because we get events first and then we allocate them to chefs. Can you do, without putting a job in for a chef, can you put an event in and then allocate an event to a chef?
Allocate an event to a chef. So to put a chef in first, to put an event in first?
Yeah.
So look, basically an event, either way, need to have a customer. We based our events per customer. So let's do an example together. For example, now I have a customer, like some Joe Schmo need actually to book that event, right?
Yeah.
So let's say we say Emily in Paris, whatever, and then like her phone number is 111222333. When you sign up to us and you are from UK, all the numbers here are going to be a UK numbers, okay?
Brilliant.
Then you put an email address. The email is Emily@Gmail.
Yeah.
So first of all, that's the person that I need to be in touch with regardless.
So in our instance, the host of the event.
Yeah, the host of the event. Somebody is paying you in the end of the day. That person will be Emily. If it's company event, you can base it on a company. So the company, for example, is Hamptons, whatever.
Yeah.
So if you want to do the invoice for the Hamptons, let's do it like that. if I want to do the invoice for them, I can basically say here, I want to display my invoice as a company name. So that
Okay,
invoice
fine.
will have Hamptons.
Yeah.
All these extra fields that you see here, that fields I can add customly. Like I can say what type of event, whatever different fields that I want to fill out before.
Okay.
Like when I take the information, I need different fields than these fields.
Yeah.
So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is by default. Anything else is something that you can create. If you want a drop down, checkbox, whatever you want.
Can you have an address in there? Sorry, a date in there that would then automatically put it in a calendar?
Yeah, so I'll show you that as well, okay?
Yeah.
So I just now entered that, then I need an address where I gonna do the job. So for
Yeah.
example, I gonna drive to 456, whatever, some address, it will find me that on the map, okay?
Perfect. Yeah.
And then I want to do, if I do save and continue, I want to continue on this page, but I can do save and create a job. So now I'm gonna basically put it on the calendar and assign someone to this place.
Okay.
So if you ask, the first thing you need to do is to create like who we going to, and then I can click save and create a job. And then basically after I do that, it creates the job, Emily in Paris, it shows me the place, and then I start filling out my order with the time frame and all that. And that will go to my calendar, will notify everyone and start the job. So that's how you assign on our system your members, then you assign like the what job, whatever. And then that will go to calendar, and people from their app, they're gonna be able to start and finish the job or whatever you need to do.
And if I didn't, because when the event gets booked, I don't always know which chef is going to go. So can I leave that blank and then go back in
You don't have to assign nothing.
Okay.
Now you work on the big volumes, or it's like one event per day, per week? How
maybe four events per day?
4 events per day. And basically each one of your chefs can perform all the events per day?
No, it would be one per event.
No, I understand, but it doesn't matter what event, like if it's a seafood or this food or whatever food or whatever event.
Yeah, they could all do it all.
All can do the job, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so another cool thing is about our system, if you don't assign anyone, like you just said, so you're gonna have, so let me show you another thing. So basically, we have a feature called map.
Yeah.
You will be able, so beside the fact that you can see your employees, I don't know if that helps you.
Yeah, definitely.
So that I can show my employee and I can satellite view him and I can see in like the real location where he is.
Yeah.
I can do a job. So I can see in that day, I have one green pinpoint, okay, and I can change the day, of course. And somebody is already assigned, but like you said, if I don't assign, what happens? This pinpoint will be red.
Yeah.
And then you can, so what does that help you? Like, for example, if I look at this and I have 2 events here and 1 event here and 1 event there. So, so you understand like which one will be most preferable to drive like the shortest route, for example. And then you can just click on it and assign that member to that job.
Okay.
So you can assign after the fact based on like routing. That helps for routing and maybe like save mileage or whatever, kilometers in your language.
So could you put like the chef's home address, and then in advance you could look at this map and look at a specific date and say that chef, their home address is closest to that event. Let's pop them and book them in there.
Right now we don't have that. Maybe we can add it in the future, but right now you see the events and you need more or less to understand where they are located and then you assign them. We don't have that kind of deal.
Okay.
Like the idea of this is actually for anyone can use it, but the idea is if you have 3 jobs here and you can perform each one in 2 hours, so I put one guy on these 3 jobs and so he doesn't need to travel from side to side, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that. Now I'm gonna show you booking in 2 levels. We have 2 levels of booking, and then I guess we're gonna be kind of on the money, and now you're gonna start understanding how everything connects, okay?
Yeah.
So you understand these 3 modules so far, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
And now we have booking. So this booking is a regular booking, meaning what is your company name, for example?
Owl and Oak Catering.
Owlen,
OWL
OWL
and
and
OWK.
O
No, sorry, OAK.
Catering.
Yeah.
Okay, and what is your logo color?
It's black and white.
Black and white. So let's do it. Let's do it kind of in the middle, whatever. So you can choose any color.
Yeah.
That will fit your needs, and you can choose your hours of operation. When you expect, when can you do this like event? You can show the different menus of the event, what kind of event they want. You can allow how many bookings can be done on the same day time frame. So you can say up to 4.
Okay.
Okay. For example, what information you want from your client, and you want to SMS your client that everything is confirmed, and you're gonna get an email. And you're gonna get an email and SMS as well. And then you can basically, it's gonna come up like this. That short code, you can put it on your website. So you can copy paste the short code, put it on your website.
Yeah.
It will go to your calendar as well. So somebody can come, say Monday at 11, I want this kind of service, fill out this information and save an appointment.
Okay, brilliant. And then can we accept or decline the appointment, or will it automatically go in?
No, it's automatically, if you have a spot in your calendar, it will go to your calendar. But at this point, it's just like notifying you, and then you call the client and take payment and decide what you want to do with this appointment.
Okay.
Now we have a different type of appointment that actually is right now being in the final stages. It's already ready.
Okay.
And I'm gonna show you a complete different concept. So you saw that concept, right? Now we have a thing called ad package. So this is more complex. This is a full automation package that doing everything you talked about.
Yeah.
And I want to explain you this a little bit. So this is a little bit different. So for example, let's say you do a dinner. You can say, I want to do a custom setup. I can do my hours, the same concept. And just choose 12 to 7 just for the heck of it.
Yeah.
Save. Now, basically, how long is this time slots? People can choose. So whatever, 4 hours doesn't really. How many bookings? Same thing, 4 bookings. Put a description like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we offer?
Yeah.
Then you can upload the picture, like of the event, like how what they can expect, like some nice chef cutting a steak, whatever.
Yeah.
Will this package have a date range? So is that like gonna be from time to time, or this is like a one-time deal? Like he comes, he finish, he goes.
Yeah. Okay.
So if it's a one-time deal, is that have a date range? So no. Is this package have a quantity limit? Yes, up to 4, I guess. What is the package price? Now here you need to put a price. Okay, so let's say the price is, but the problem is that I cannot give you like price per guy that eats.
Yeah.
You know, so I guess we need to custom this a little bit more in depth. Like I can add maybe a line item or 2 and help you customize this a little bit.
Okay.
So let's say by minimum is 500, and then every one above that will be extra $30. So I'll help you with that. Then basically, do you want to integrate payment? You can say yes. How do you want? You can integrate the different payments. What kind of payment is going to be a one-time payment? It's a two payments. So when they book, they charge this, and then when the start date is coming, the date, so it's going to be another half. So, for example, $250 upon booking and $250 when we are coming to you.
Yeah.
How do you want to call the button order now, and then send SMS to the customer? So I'll show you in the end of the day how this looks like. Let's say that you do set it up, it will come up like this. So you have like these packages. These packages, you can put them on your website as well.
Okay, that's good.
you can order. So I click order. Again, I choose my day, choose my time, fill out my information. So let's say I type here, Becca, like this, Becca?
Yeah.
Okay, so Becca at gmail.com, whatever. And here is my phone number of Becca. And here is my address. Again, it's Google based, so cool. And maybe apartment 2. And then book and pay. So basically, because here I didn't connect any payment gateways because it's not a real account, then they can pay 50% down and all that. But what this just did, it's sending an SMS to the client that he booked successfully.
Yeah.
On your website, it's gonna say booked successfully. We will get back to you soon. It created a customer at real time. It's already created the customer.
Yeah.
It's already created the job automatically. Becca, there is a job now already assigned. Now I just need to assign it to someone, but everything is already filled out with the package description of what they order, with the date, with the time. Everything is already done with the price fixed. I just need to assign someone to it and I'm done.
Yeah.
And payment already getting done automatically. Everything is getting done. When the job is done, you're gonna get a survey.
Yeah.
The survey gonna ask him, how would you rate us to your friends and family from 1 to 10? Choose a number. If it's more than 7, so basically it's gonna send him another email. It's gonna send him an option to rate us in Google, TripAdvisor, wherever you want. You add like a logo and a link.
Yeah.
And if it's less than 7 or 8, you can leave a text box. Hey, please let us know why you are not happy. So blah, 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 I'm super not happy. The steak was very hard, whatever. And so then he feels like he gave you a bad review, but it doesn't go to the world. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Brilliant.
Yeah, so this is really gonna give you the right solution that you're looking for. So the survey, everything I have, the only thing I'm missing, again, is the option to create like multiple people eating. Like what happens, minimum is 500, up to 30 people. Do you have more people? Please let us know. So yeah, I have 57. So yes, it's gonna be 795 pounds, whatever.
Yeah.
So that kind of customization, I guess we're gonna need to work on it together. I will help you to customize it. It's like a 2-day job. Okay.
Okay.
So basically,
No, it looks good. I just need to make sure that everything's in a calendar. Because my boss is he likes everything really simply, so he can look at it and know which chef is going to which event. So I just need to make sure it can be visible to him.
yeah. So you see what I did now. If I just gonna assign now a person to this job, this basically I come here and I can see which chef goes to what event. Very simple.
Yeah.
No brainer. You can put the face of the chef. You understand. Okay, John, Terry, David, where they are going. I want to understand where they're going at this date. Every day I can go step by step and look at the days and look at the.
Okay, brilliant.
So I think that's like the most easy to use. And again, what you're talking about, just so you know, it's a complex thing, right?
Yeah.
So I think this is like the easiest way to show a complex process, if that makes sense. So yeah, so this is kind of that. Another cool thing that I want to show you in the end of the day, when people go and do the event, let me show you a different account of mine, just to show you like when I do have payment integration, when you send an invoice to your customer, let's say this is $122.
Yeah.
So you charge credit cards, right?
Just normal debit cards at the moment.
Debit cards, but people can pay like online?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to explain you something. Let's say this this $350, they pay online. There is some fee that you are paying for their credit card transaction. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say that credit card fee, let's assume that it's 2% or whatever it is, doesn't matter. Okay, and you don't want to lose this 2% because it's not fair, you know. So this 350, you can go to our settings, go to business profile. In the business profile, you can add a convenience fee. And you can say, okay, I'm paying 2%, 3% for, I want that the client will pay this 3%. I don't want to pay this 3%.
Okay.
That's what a lot of people in our, like, that using our CRM doing. So
Okay.
there is 3% convenience fee. You can put it at terms and condition of the each invoice so they don't get surprised after the fact.
Yeah, good.
You can put here, by the way, the travel cost, like miles, kilometers, how much people need to pay for travel.
Yeah.
And you can change the currency. Like I told you, you can choose any currency. In this case, it's dollar, but you can do pound, whatever. So you can choose any kind of thing.
Yeah.
And after I say that, what I'm trying to show you is two cool things that I'm sure you don't use today. So let's say this 350 again, I want to get paid for that. The customer gonna get an invoice. From his invoice, he's gonna click pay now. It's gonna open for him something like this. And as you can see, it's already adding the convenience fee. So the original was 350. Now it's 360.5 because it added $10.5. So I don't lose money.
Yeah.
And it gives him option to put a tip amount. Are you happy with us? Do you want to give a tip to this nice chef? And do you want to add 15%? So now it's $4.30. Do you want to add a custom tip, $1? Fine. But that's gonna give you another option to give like extra tip that you wouldn't get before. I'm just saying.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's another cool feature. Maybe we'll put a little bit more dollars in your pocket. So I just want to show you that actually you're getting more benefits and you don't lose even this percentage that you're losing today. And maybe you get some nice custom tip that, you know, today people paying with credit cards. It's not convenient to pay with money. They just put in their pay another custom tip when they pay the final bill, if that makes sense.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So I showed you like how you can create complete automation, how eventually the chef can be assigned, how you see all the chefs in a breakdown on a calendar. In different calendars, you can see all the breakdowns, or you can see per day with the face of the guy exactly where you need to go and what's going on at that day. You can get paid in different ways. You can assign different concepts. You can pay in per job, per hour, per commission, whatever you decide.
Yeah. Okay.
So do you think we are a good fit for you, or you think, just want to hear your idea on what did you think, or what do we miss beside that point that you just talked about with the...
Yeah, I think it could work. I just obviously need some, maybe an email with some costings over so I can propose it to my boss so that he can have a look at things. But I think it would work nicely. Obviously, there's a few little tweaks that would be really good for us. But on a whole, it looks good.
Yeah, now the tweaks and all that, that's something that I'm going to work with you together because each customer is different. So me or one of our success managers going to talk to you and help you. Because actually we have a complete customization. So everything can be customized from columns to inventory to anything that you want, referrals, really services that you offer, tax payments, different templates, how you structure the pages. So I will help you with that after the fact.
Yeah, can it automatically send emails on a specific date or anything like that?
You can send on specific dates. You can even the customer have a real breakdown. So I can even send a greeting after they call me. So I can send you like a nice greeting. This is not a nice greeting. Sorry about that. Let me show you like an idea for a greeting. So for example, I can create, so when I go to my customer, I just talk to a guy. He wants to know more about me. I can send him a custom SMS. Or I can send him a greeting that looks like this, for example, breakdown of everything we do, some links to our chefs, our Instagram page, like something like that. You can create like a specific day. If you gave a quote, you can follow up on that quote with emails, bother him until he closed the deal with you. You can SMS, follow people. And from here, you can take payments, estimates. You can send even electronic documents so they can sign with the click of a button.
Yeah.
You can send a reminder for a specific calendar date.
Yeah.
Very easy to assign. Like when I go to a calendar, I can just click on any day and assign the reminder or a job, what day, and I can put a customer on this. So whatever, I don't know. So I put one of my people and I put like a reminder that can even repeat on specific days. And I really can do anything I want, and it's very colorful, different concepts. You can create to-do lists and tasks, and you can even create like mail templates. So I tell you, like, we will need to meet, and you can create forms that you want them to fill out, or I can create like a mail template, like create something nice and start adding a video here and some social media there, and then start blasting that to my, so you can do really from marketing to event scheduling to automation. This system is really big and interesting.
Yeah.
And even you can structure like the way of each button, like whatever you use the most, you can put it here, so it's easy for you to navigate. So always you click like a shortcut and just jump to where you need to go.
Yeah.
And again, you can move things around here. Yeah. And another thing, like if some customer calls you and say, hey, my name is David, please look up my account. So you can just type his name here. You see that's the account, you jump, you are in his account, you start working on him and changing his invoice, estimate, whatever you need.
And have you got, you've got notes there, so you can add in notes. And when you start to have activity on that customer, so say sent an invoice or sent an SMS or something, would that automatically be put in notes? So if somebody else
everything that happens in the system will come here in the notes. I'm gonna start an estimate, it's gonna say estimate was added, this invoice was sent, payment is missing, this, that.
Yeah. Perfect.
So everything, you see, a note was added. It lets you know what happened, and then the note. The estimate was added and the prices of the estimate. Everything that is happening, it shows.
Yeah.
So it's not only notes, it's actually activity as well. And not only that, like in the end of the week, month, you can even look at activity. You can say, you know what, I want to know how much this chef did jobs, how many invoices he created, how many, what was his location, where he was traveling, what, how many, whatever he did, you can check here. And you can have a report per person, what kind of report you want, like how much profit and loss, how much expenses we had, how many customers, how many invoices based on a person, based on a, like how many invoices he went through and how much money we owe him. And you can really break it down, because everything you click here actually have field items, and every item you click, you can break it down more and more per item and filter everything to the bone.
Excellent, sounds good. It obviously just comes down, it would come down to cost for my my boss. So if you could get something over to me, like a proposal or something, that would be really good.
I don't have a proposal. I just want to finish this. I'm gonna show you one last thing. If you want, I can upload this to Vimeo, just between me and you. I'm gonna share with you a link, so you can show that to your boss, everything we talked about, and then you can be smarter. Instead of now do another demo or whatever, you can get an idea, okay?
Fantastic,
so let me just show you the last thing here. So about pricing, just so we understand. So again, this is our website, crmrunner.com, where you talk to us. If you go, we have all these features, everything is included. We are not like other companies. Hey, you know, it's at $20 to get in. But then, oh, you want a customer feature? Oh, that's $10. You want SMS? That's another $30. We don't do these tricks. So everything is included. It's $25 flat fee a month. If you pay annually per user, you as an administrator, you don't pay anything. So only the members that actually using the system gonna pay for that. So the people that get the SMS, the notification, all that through the app, you can track them. Those people that you need to track and do whatever, each of those chefs, members, whatever, that's $25 a month or $35 a month. So there is no quote I need to send you, because we are very transparent. And you just say 40% if you go yearly, If you go month to month, you pay $10 more. So it's
Okay.
kind of $1 a day. We
Yeah.
give you free trial to start, play with the system for 14 days. If you're happy, you stay, fine. If you don't like it, you can always cancel. We don't contract you. There is no hidden fees, tricks, stuff like that.
If I just wanted one login, so my own login, and I was going to manage everything myself. I wanted the chefs on there, but I didn't need to track them, or I didn't need them to accept jobs. I just wanted to see purely what jobs for myself they had, not for them to have a look. How much would that cost?
It will cost you. So obviously, we are not a non-profit organization. So you need to add it. So by default, you have one member. So
Yes.
you, as the admin, you don't pay, like I said, but
Yes.
you have one member that you can add.
Yes.
So you're gonna have basically two members for $35 if you go month to month, or $25 for the year. So it's $300 for the year, whatever. And how that's gonna work, I'm just thinking with you at this point.
Yeah.
The only way that I see that work, if you want to go on the low side, so you create only one member, you assign all the jobs to this member. That member will be like a general job.
Yeah.
And basically on that description, you're gonna say, so when you create a job, you just assign always the same member, but the description will be Chef John. And
Okay.
then you start typing what the kind of event it is. I'm just thinking with you because in general, people use it and actually tracking and see how much.
Yeah, the thing is, our chefs don't really like apps or websites or anything like that. They don't really need to see anything. So I'm just thinking that would be a big cost for us for them to not use it. We don't have them using any app or anything like that at the moment.
Of
So
course. And again, we don't trying to take more. It doesn't matter to us. We want to grow with you. So see how that works. You can do it like that. That will be the easiest way for you. And then you're gonna be in the most cost-effective way. The only problem is that I see with that part is when you look at the schedule, like you said.
Yeah, everybody will be under the same one.
Yeah, you're gonna have one guy with million jobs on him. So
yeah, that's the difference. Okay.
And again, if you have 4 chefs, so you are in $100 a month, I think, and you have 4 jobs a day every day, that's not a big deal, you know. It's less than.
No, it's just for them to, we wouldn't be using the features as you've sort of said with the location and the tagging in and all that sort of stuff. They wouldn't use that, I don't think. So I'm not sure if my boss would go for it just because of that reason. We wouldn't be making use out of all the features.
Yeah. Again, my goal is to show you, then you decide, it's like parents, you tell your kid what to do, but eventually do whatever you want. So, I just can show you what we have and then you go from there,
Okay, well, I'll take it back to him, and if you could put this video on and send me the link, that would be great, and I can show him and walk him through what you've shown me. He might actually go for the chefs having their own login. I just am preempting him saying, but they wouldn't use it. So
I promise you, I promise. Look, I'm just gonna show you something. Last thing I promise, and that's it. I'll leave you alone. I'm gonna show you in the picture so we don't waste time. Kind of the design. Okay, so if that's okay, I just want to show you. This is how the app looks like on the member side. It's really simple. They clock in, clock out. When they clock out, it looks like that. They can clock out, it becomes red. They click here on the job, the button is huge. So even if they have big fingers, big guys, fat guys, so they feel comfortable, they click on the job, then they start performing the job. Start job, finish job, get the location. It helps them to navigate to the job. So, and they can see their calendar. It's very, very comfortable. And then when they get to the job, maybe I'm one of the guests there. Oh, I love you, chef. You are very cool, John. Can you take my information? I want to get an event for myself. Yeah, of course. So you can add a lead, add a customer, and it's not like a piece of paper that stays in your pocket and disappears. So actually, that's like gives you a lot of benefits.
Yeah, it does.
Besides just, you can chat with people, they can chat to the office to take payment, they get notification. So just so you know, it's not that bad. Our app is actually very helpful and useful with like
Yeah.
very big buttons. So just remember that. Again, I'm not trying to sell you. I'm just telling you that it will help you to see it the right way, instead of one guy with like this kind of look and feel.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah.
Okay, Becca. So it was pleasure talking to you. I hope I answered everything you had.
Yeah, brilliant. You have.